and welcome to the Bituin Queen, a Rumble Roll side quest. I am your GM and pageant presenter, Madima, and with me are my cast of contestants, and let's go ahead and meet them now. Alyssa Aguilos!
Hi, I'm playing Desiree Danzo.
Ashley Lanuza!
Hi, I'm playing Venus de la Saya.
Kay Kawada!
Hi, I'll be playing Janine Kubatar.
And Charlotte Rose!
Hello, I will be playing Miriam Omapoy.
Yes. I'm so excited to play with these lovely ladies. This is actually their first all-femme campaign on the channel, so stick around with us for a couple of weeks. We got a fun journey ahead. But in case you guys are not familiar, we are playing with a amended version of the Kids on Bikes formula, otherwise known as Toddlers in Tiaras. You'll see why it's called that very soon. A couple of the mechanics that we're going to be using in this campaign are the halving mechanic, adversity gems, exploding dice, massive success or massive failure, and as we go along in the campaign, you'll kind of get the gist of what each of these means. So thank you to the creators of Kids on Bikes for creating this lovely formula. It's basically like D&D, but on a little tricycle. That's what I meant to do with that. But without further ado, let's get started. Beauty can be defined as a combination of qualities that pleases the aesthetic senses, is usually designated as purely surface level, and has been known to have specific parameters in order to meet standards set by an unseen observer. To be perceived as beautiful, judgment must be passed and comparisons must be made. Civilizations past and present, both consciously and unconsciously, pit countless beings against each other in competition to be deemed as the most fair, the most becoming, the most beautiful. And who battles the most during this endless contest? Women!
Yeah.
Every woman wakes every day ready to endure the inscrutable eyes of society, to armor themselves against the slings and arrows of judgment before they are granted respite behind closed doors. For our tale, we will be witnessing the carnage in the Colosseum itself, a beauty pageant. But first, we'll have to get there. Waves are crashing up against a pleasure cruise of sorts. We are aboard what is known as the Tasulog Ferry. It is a large vessel. She is making a journey she has made plenty of times across the islands of Sinauna, picking up our lovely contestants for this particular contest. But where we start is not just within the waves themselves. We pan up and we go ahead and take a look inside the actual boat, where we are invited into this world of glitz and glamour of a 1966 Philippines. We have a lot of the flower power, the age of change is upon us. And in this lounge area that is flocked by a couple of palm trees, plenty of servers, men in suits smoking cigarettes in a place and time when cigarette smoking was boundless. This is where we find Miriam and her investigative partner, Alden. Miriam is sitting doing the crossword while Alden is scanning around taking a couple of pictures on his film camera. Charlotte, will you please introduce your character and describe for us a little bit of what she looks like?
Yes, Miriam Omapoy is a mangrove halfling, so she is 4'8" on a good day. She's very little. She has short dark hair, glasses. She is very intensely doing this crossword. Her clothing can be described as very kind of like practical, just like a very practical outfit. She's got sort of a shacket on, shirt jacket. She's got long shorts with just the deepest pockets you've ever seen in your life. And she has a press badge around her neck, and that's how she's getting around on this pleasure cruise, is with her press badge.
And as Miriam and Alden are sitting together, and Alden is like taking photos as he's looking around the room, he's like checking the camera, and without looking up at Miriam, so did you get 17 down yet, or what?
I'm working on it.
Okay, but you've been working on it for, what, 5 minutes?
No, I haven't been working on 17 down for 5 minutes. I've been working on it for like 30 seconds, and then I go somewhere else, and then I come. I'm not gonna sit here 5 minutes trying to get one clue.
Okay.
What if you want to do the crossword? Just do the crossword.
I am busy trying to look and scope around with all these people that are in this room right now. If you would like to stop playing games and remember why we're here.
I'm not. Okay, so do you want me to also pull out a camera and look so suspicious that we get kicked off this cruise?
No, that's not what I want.
That's what I thought.
Okay, Miriam, I get it. Look, whatever you need to do to get your brain moving or whatever.
Okay, my brain's always moving, first of all. Second, this is, I can listen, I can do multiple things at once. I can do the crossword and I'm listening. So you be the eyes and I'll be the ears, okay?
Can we please just go over the rules just one more time? Look, it'll give me a piece of mind.
Yes, let's do it. Put my crossword down, throw my pen.
You don't have to throw a fit every time we go over these rules.
Anyway, let's do it.
Okay. Don't investigate anyone unless I approve it first.
My least favorite rule. Yes, go on.
Only trail potential leads from 15 feet away. 15 feet, Miriam.
I know. The fact that I feel like that's just kind of, first of all, arbitrary. Second, whatever, it's fine. Do you think I'm an idiot, is the question.
No, I don't. I just want you to be careful, okay?
Fine. Anyway.
Your parents said that you could come on this journey with me. You practically forced me to take you here, and I don't need to be babysitting you when we're investigating your missing sister.
Yeah, she's my missing sister. So I don't think that you need to be hovering all the time because I know what the stakes are. Alden?
Who's the one who is an actual working detective?
Who's the one who's in love with my sister and blind to everything around them?
The last rule is we reconvene every night at exactly 9 p.m.
9
Miriam.
p.m. 9 p.m. I'm writing it down. 9 p.m. Gotta get your approval.
Yep.
Only tail prospective leads from 15 feet away.
Yes.
We meet every night at 9 p.m.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you know 17 down? Just...
Crescent.
Of course it is.
Yep. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
it's
that,
good.
anyway.
It's good.
Any leads with that big camera of yours?
So clever. There's a couple of people that I want to look into, but really we won't get a good chance to do so until we are actually at the hotel. A certain couple of names to keep in mind. We have Tim Lusong, he's the presenter, and obviously the big guy is Franco Helena, the guy that's bankrolling this whole thing. You are never, Miriam, you are never to go near Franco unless I'm with you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you sure these press passes are gonna work? They're authentic, they're good, no one's going to ask questions?
We are going to be fine. All of my connections back at home, we should be clear to go everywhere, especially on the days that we have press junkets. It's going to be on the second and the fourth day of the pageant. So as long as you're with me, you'll play the journalist, I'll play the photographer, and that should be more than enough to help us gain more evidence as we go along.
Okay.
And just find what happened.
We're gonna find her. We're gonna figure it out. Because I'm not leaving without finding Margie.
Okay. Now we're going to move away from the lounge and head over into like a kind of dining area. It's the huge dining hall that helps house all of the meals that take place on the cruise itself. And here is where we come across Venus and her mother, Donita. So, Ashley, will you please describe your character for us?
Yes. So Venus is a 17-year-old half-elf. She's 5'10". She's long and beautiful with gorgeous, shiny hair. And she's wearing a high collar kind of t-shirt dress with these platform go-go boots, very fashionable, very mod, and this lovely mint green color. And She has these cute little ears that like come out of her long tresses. And she's just a conventionally beautiful young lady. She's very charming, but she's a bit shy, a bit reserved as well.
Yes. So Venus is drinking jasmine tea with her cucumber sandwich while they're having like high tea. In contrast, her mother is eating a fully loaded Belgian waffle and a kind of like picking off sweets, but she's keeping an eye on making sure that Venus is eating her cucumber sandwich, but not too much. Don't want to bloat before we get off the boat. So they're kind of like looking over like these little cards that have like kind of drawings of designs on them, and it's more or less just kind of like different designs for dresses and patterns and things. So you see Donita has like these cards laid out, and she was like, now, never forget, we are going to be making sure that each of your looks are meticulously, elegantly planned with each of our lovely, lovely beauty team. Are you listening, darling?
Yeah.
Don't forget to bite your sandwich.
Yeah. Can I just finish my food first before we start talking about all of this?
Are you feeling sick? Are you feeling a little nauseous? Is it something in the cucumber sandwich?
No, it's not that.
I did crush up one of your diet pills just so that we could try to like keep everything slim
Mom.
and good for the fit.
Mom.
Yeah. Babe, you know it's all just for the pageant.
I know. I just haven't really eaten anything all day, and it's gonna be a long one, and this boat's making me a little nauseous.
Okay.
I don't know.
How about you have that almond that's right on that pastry right there? Maybe that'll settle your nerves. You're feeling nervous, darling. What you're feeling are nerves. But what do I always say about preparation?
The pain is worth it.
Yes. Beauty is pain. Don't forget that, darling. And
Well-
pain is preparation. And preparation is winning. And winning is success.
Well, what if I don't want to win?
What do you mean? You don't want to win.
I mean, look at everybody here. They're so...
Elegant.
Yeah.
High class. Wealthy. We need that, darling. Running the resort on my own has gotten very tough over the years, and I don't want you to feel like you have to inherit anything within the working class, all right? If you were to win this, the riches that would come back to our island are immense. It's not just wealth and title that you would be winning, which would be very good for both of us, but it's a massive supply of natural resources to the island, darling. Your winnings could feed the residents for years to come. Don't you want that?
Why is that all on me?
Because you're so gifted, darling. Don't forget all the things that happen with this competition. Beauty, truth, love. You are the embodiment of these things, Venus. You were born with this gift, and it would be a shame not to share that with the world.
It's just like a lot of expectations. Like, what if I don't get it? Then what happens? Like, what does that mean?
Then we'll try again. You're 17, darling. You have plenty of time before you even reach the age of 31. Before we, have to restart thinking things, and you'll have a couple of chances. But you are at the best you can possibly be right now. The moment that you start getting up in years, do you really want to be like Desiree?
Desiree is really nice. Well, I don't think that's really...
She is adequate. And that can only get you so far. But never mind that. Let's just go over what each of the categories are. Kagandahan, beauty, that's tonight. Fashion and swimwear from the region. That's why we're having you eat a little light. Kototohanan is truth. It's the history of Sinauna. You're going to meet all these lovely people and get to know more about them. You'll have the knowledge and facts of each of their islands. just to expose you to more of the cultures and things of other places.
I mean, I already studied that.
Good. Excellent. And finally, the last night, a morale. Love. Passion. Passion for things. And that we obviously have covered with your beautiful singing voice, darling. So there's going to be nothing to worry about, and everything's going to be perfect.
Just like you want it.
Just like we want it, darling. Don't forget, you're not just doing it for me. Okay?
Whatever.
Donita notices, despite your obvious disappointment in her, she notices like an old acquaintance across the way. She was like, "Oh, John, darling! Oh, so good to see you! Now, sweetheart, I want you to finish only 3/4 of that sandwich, and then I'll see you later, okay?" And she like gets up quickly and like runs over to meet with that old acquaintance. How's Venus feeling?
So Venus feels really frustrated with her mom's heavy expectations for Venus to win this pageant and carry her village, and especially because she feels that all of her experiences have been on her looks and like her beauty. Everything feels so superficial, and she's just sick of it. But her mom is just not listening to her, and it's a very classic, "It's your dream, Mom, not mine."
Cool. Classic 17-year-old angst. But she's so beautiful. What are you gonna do?
She's so beautiful, she can't have problems.
She can't have problems.
Problems for beautiful girl? No.
No, never. We move from inside this kind of like grand cafeteria area and sweep out into like this outdoor deck. There's a pool. There's like a little swim-up bar in the pool, and outside the pool there's yet another bar, and this is where we find Desiree sipping on a cocktail of her own choosing. But Alyssa, will you please go ahead and describe your character for us?
Adlawadto is a Carabao tiefling. She has chocolate brown skin. She's got beautiful brown curly hair. She's in like a red like swim. It's one of those bars where like you can swim up to the bar
Right.
and then just like hang out. And she's like kind of tall, 6'3". Girl's 30 now, and this is her last year, so she's like kind of not hunched, because pageant queens never hunch, but like whatever the equivalent of hunching for a pageant queen is, just like tense and thinking about what's about to go on. She's thinking about her brothers and her younger siblings, what they're doing, how Salon's doing, and kind of in her head, like a lot,
Yeah.
but trying to keep it calm on the outside.
Tight. So as you're kind of like chilling poolside, what's the cocktail that Desiree is drinking? What's her cocktail of choice?
It's like a whiskey bourbon.
Nice.
Reminds her of home.
Love it so much. You see like a kind of short and stout like woman swim up to like be next to you. She's a little shapely. She's got gold tattoos like all over her body. Her hair is in like this very fanciful kind of like black wrap that matches like her black one piece. She's got a very long cigarette holder that's also black and has a tip of gold at the end. It's like holding a very like small menthol cigarette.
Very Hepburn.
Very Hepburn.
Very Hepburn.
It's giving rich Tita.
Okay.
And so she comes up, and you recognize this as Regine Dula. She is one of like the mainstays of the judges as far as somebody who is here at the pageant. She's wearing like big old chunky black sunglasses, and she sidles up to you and she's like, "Well, hello, darling. How are you doing today?" Ooh, is that yet another whiskey? I see. We're working a little fast this morning, aren't we, darling?
And she like kind of slides it away from her. Well, it's just for the nerves. Not that I have any.
I wouldn't be surprised if you did, darling. Besides, this is my third martini of the day. And she's just like casually, like just like getting drunk at 10:30 a.m. So she just kind of like sidles up to you and like chills out of the bar, just like very casually. Third time's the charm, is it, huh, Desiree?
I sure hope.
Well, you're going to be fascinating to watch. Trust me. At least that's what I hear.
What do you hear, Regine?
Darling, would you like to hear a little bit of the chismes that's been going around the boat?
I mean, I'm sure you know everything.
I do. So, let's start off with that other little halfling, Candy Saclolo. You know, hard worker, really, really reserved though. I don't really see her doing too well with the press, as far as your other contestants. That human contestant, Susan Bassa, yes. She is probably the most basic human I've ever met in my life. Her face is just maddeningly symmetrical. Everything about her is the same size and shape on both sides of her face and body. It's infuriating.
Well, didn't they say something about symmetrical faces in beauty class?
It's boring, darling. It's so boring. And I can't even stand to look at her too long before I start getting that, what do they call an uncanny valley. She looks a little bit like an alien sometimes to me. But that's humans for you. What a bunch of freaks. Angelina Tonto. Oh, God, that Boletta elf. She likes to sell the sweet girl next door trope, but she is a real fanatic within the Church of the Immortal Martyr's Flame. You know, the IMF. God, she really grinds my gears. She's all adamant about there's only one deity. Deity? Deity? I don't even know the word that she says, darling. She decides to say that there's only one God amongst a world of spirits. What an idiot. And that's just what I hear. And of course, Rita Delag of the Delag family, of course. Another nepotism baby coming into our contest. Careful around her, darling. She's been known to step on gowns whenever no one's looking, because she likes to think that everything is made of cheap material, just because she's from a little island that's full of mystical creatures and dragons and blah, blah, blah. I can't stand that little.
So, Desiree's like, in the back of her mouth, she's gritting her teeth, but she's keeping her ears very open to this whole conversation. As much as she kind of has had to bear everything during this whole conversation.
Yeah.
This is very valuable information.
Yeah. And then there's that Venus de la Salle girl.
Isn't she new?
Brand new, an ingenue, the ingenue of this particular season. You know, nothing bad has been said about her, and frankly, she's just as grateful and beautiful.
I hear she's very talented.
Extremely talented, darling. She might be your only real competition this year. I don't really mind that girl. She's quite pleasant. But who knows what that beautiful exterior is hiding underneath. I haven't really gotten a chance to know her because her mother is constantly hovering around her, but hard to say. I think you might have a real chance of winning this year, darling, but maybe not the best person to ask. You know who would be the best person? And you see another person who's like sidling up. This is Matteo Danzo. Even though he shares a last name with you, he's more like a distant cousin because unlike being a Carabao tiefling, he's a deer tiefling. So his horns are a lot like closer in his head. And he like comes up, he was like, well, who do we have here? But triple runner up Desiree Danzo herself. Ha ha! Wow. Oh.
How are you, Mateo?
I'm doing so good, darling. Incredible. What are those? Stretch marks or new tattoos?
Aha, both.
We love to see it. You wear your age so elegantly, Desiree.
So do you.
As sharp as always. I love it. Are you both ready for whenever we finally disembark off this incredible vessel?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just about done with this drink, I suppose. How are your brothers?
My brothers. Oh, you know how they're doing. They're just posh as ever. And how are your, 13 siblings?
They're fine. They're doing just fine. I'm taking care of all of them as usual.
Oh, I admire your work ethic. There's nothing like your side of the family that has such a dedication to being beefy and hard-working and so so blue collar, darling. It's so wonderful.
Well, we can't all be as privileged and dainty as the other side of the family.
That's where the dancer comes from, darling. Did you forget? We are incredible dancers. I'd love to see you compete again for the 3rd time with these lovely routines you put together. It's so adorable what you were able to come up with. I just love seeing it.
Well, dance can be just about as much about strength as it is beauty. So, I'll see you. And she like turns and tries to gracefully walk away as she's fuming.
And as you are swimming away, we pan up and around, and we're going to like this different kind of side of like really close to the pool, but not quite the pool. It's like one of the grander hallways where there's like giant portraits of the past winners of the pageant. We see a couple of different portraits, but there's one that catches or has really captivated the eye of a young 19-year-old Janine. Kay, would you please describe your character for us?
Janine is, like you stated, 19. She's very tall. She's a half orc. She's pale. She has these beautiful jade eyes, colored eyes. And she tends to have overalls usually because nothing else really fits her. And she has an underbite, so her teeth are sticking up out of her mouth, and so people think she's intimidating.
Lovely. So, Janine, we find her staring at this portrait of a woman that actually kind of has eyes that are similar to her own eye color. They're almost the same jade green eyes. It's the past pageant winner, Pia Casalao. And you then see this, you hear hoofs, really, before you see this person that's like coming up. It's this board Tikbala, and her name is Liza, and she comes up and she goes kind of like, Janine! Janine! Hi! How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay? That's pretty good. Yeah. Do you have some of that like herbal kind of remedy that you just like are carrying around? I think my nose is a little stopped up again.
Let me check my pockets. She like pats herself down.
Yeah.
But she only has 2 pockets for some.
Type.
She's like, no, I don't. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I could try to get rid of this like pretty discreetly. Liza turns to like a plant that's nearby.
Oh, no.
Shoots a snot rocket out of her nose, like instant. And again,
No.
she's a minotaur, right? So like she's got pig face. Like she's kind of just like boar face. Gets a snot rocket out of her nose, and she goes, "Okay, that's so much better. All right."
Oh,
So-
I had tissue.
Well, you should have said something before I went and assaulted that plant. But it's okay. It's gonna be more like fertilizer anyway.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. You're staring in front of this portrait again? Come on, we have to go on patrol.
I mean, I just wish I could be seen as pretty like them.
You're pretty gorgeous as it is. Come on, you're talking to somebody who's got longer tusks than you and, frankly, a pig face. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and agree, but between the 2 of us, you're the hot one, okay? And we've always known it.
Don't bring yourself down like that. Why are you talking about it?
It's
Thank you, but no.
fine. I'm just built for security. You're built for security and beauty, okay?
But
Never
I'm not
forget
secure
it.
in my beauty.
Dang, that's really poetic. See, and this is why you're going through the client services training and I'm not. You have such a way with words. You just gotta work on how to express those words to other people that you haven't known your entire life, but it's going to be great. We're going to get back to the Pangasi Hotel. You're going to meet up with Ken. You're going to finish all your training, and you won't need to be strolling around with me anymore, patrolling all these halls. You're going to be in there with all the beautiful people.
But I feel safe with you.
You don't need to feel safe with me. Look at you. Like, she's only like maybe a half foot shorter than you, but like, you're both pretty gigantic, but she always sees like, she kind of puts you on more of a pedestal. She's like, you're statuesque. And you could probably kick everybody's ass after all the lessons I gave you this summer.
I don't want to fight anyone.
But you might have to. You're security. You just might need to pop them a couple times. And honestly, with how you are, hella intimidating, you probably just have to walk up to them and they'll shit their pants.
I mean, yeah, I know I have a good uppercut, but
Let's go! Like, she's a little, like, excited by that. Loves to see it.
I just want everyone to be happy, and I want to feel happy, and I'm tired of just being in the background.
I hear you. And look, once you get through your client services training, you won't even be in the background. You're literally going to be the first person everybody meets. Junie and Gotti, they're the concierges for now, but like, you could be the star concierge. The first face anybody sees. And you see that like, Liza kind of like mimics the pose that P is on this portrait. And she goes, Janine Goubatin, client services extraordinaire. You're going to be incredible.
I'm just tired of helping everyone else. Do you think I'm ever gonna do anything for me?
You know, your mom.
My mom.
Your mom had desires like these too, Janine. To have things for her own. And
Does she want me for her own? No.
she wanted to stand out. She wanted love and attention and affection just as much as anyone else, but
So did I. Where was she?
I'm not saying that you can't have those things, Janina. I'm just saying that how you get them should be different from how she got them. And how she leaves things shouldn't have been the way that she left things. And, you know, I'm sorry I brought up your mom, because every time I think about your mom, I kind of get, like, you see that, like, she, like, rages a little bit, and she goes, you're going to be better than she ever was. But in order for us to do that, we just need to make sure, let's go over it one more time. We're going to be around the pageant a lot of the time, and we're going to be in all these different areas, but specifically we're going to be at the Torongan Arena for whenever they're actually running the pageant. We should be in the main conference rooms at the hotel. We'll also be patrolling the floor that is the penthouse floor with all the different suites where the contestants will be staying. And most of the other service places like the kitchens and front desk. I got word that the laundry room is actually not one of the things that we should be worrying about. It's actually closed right now for like renovations, so security's not really needed since they've already blocked it off. But just keep your eyes and ears up for the greeting ceremony at the hotel. Franco is really, really making sure everything is put together this year.
Like every year.
He feels a little bit more particular about this year. I don't know why.
You don't have a hunch or anything?
I mean, he just seems to be Franco, you know, the guy that is keeping it all together and keeping everything moving. But there's something about his energy this year. It's he seems more Franco, if that makes any sense.
I guess? I don't know.
As you say that, you hear a doot doot, and an announcement comes over the loudspeaker of just being like, and here we are, folks. Welcome to the island of Adlawadto. And the pleasure cruise has finally arrived. Adlawadto is known as like one of the islands in Sinabuna that is covered in jungle, but it has been so modernized now that we are in the year 1966 that several of the roads have been paved over. It's more like a booming metropolis, and the city that you find yourselves in on this island is called Linawan. It is this like, just think of it as a urban city that is just kind of like flocked by a lot of flora and not so much fauna. So Adlawadto as like an island has been known to be very prosperous with like natural resources. They are almost kind of like a medical city of a town. So there's a lot of like booming metropolis area of where you are at, which kind of leads into the fact of like towards the center of downtown is where you all are headed to the Pangasi Hotel. It's like gilded, it's gorgeous. There's kind of like this mid-century designs that are both in the architecture and in the artwork itself. You like come in, you feel the AC blowing onto you immediately since it's been so humid ever since you got off the boat. Everybody's been kind of a little sweaty, but as soon as you enter the hotel, it's just completely dry. It's a little bit of extra magic that they have here at the hotel to keep everything as beautiful on the surface as possible. As you guys are entering the lobby, can everybody here give me a intuition check? Your DC is DC 5. And we have
2.
Nice. 2 also over here from Venus?
19.
19 and 3. Okay.
None of us are intuitive.
all my queens that fail, make sure that you get a adversity gem. And for my queen that got a 19, you succeeded on more than 5. So I'm gonna give you something a little extra. The thing is, Desiree's been here 3 times already. She's been here 18, like it's been 18 years of like her knowing exactly the interior of this hotel. She's not really impressed by it. She's not really necessarily phased. Something that you notice is that like out of the corner of your eye, you spot like just the edges of like a red gown, or what you think is kind of like, you have to assume a gown that kind of is like rushing off from the conference room from where everyone is entering. But that's the conference room that everyone's headed in.
From the conference room?
Like it's leaving.
It's
just
leaving
kind of
the
like everybody's entering, but you notice like somewhere towards the back of like a back entrance to the conference room, somebody has just left. What do you do with this information?
And I don't recognize this person.
You wouldn't recognize the person itself, but it's almost like you're like catching at like just like the tail of them as they're leaving.
Okay. Yeah, I think Desiree like locks it in her brain, and then she'll just follow later.
Cool. So you save that information for yourself, and everybody enters the conference room together. As you guys enter, there's like an arrangement of chairs. Everyone's like sitting down. The press kind of like get the first couple of rows that are like the first 2 rows, and then it's like the pageant contestants, and then behind that is just kind of like miscellaneous sort of like hotel staff that are here to kind of like watch over the event. So as far as where you each are in the room, Janine is towards the back, Desiree and Venus are in the middle, and Miriam is up towards the front. You see Tim Lusong, the host of the pageant, is a human man. He comes up and he's like, "Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 36th sextennial Bituin Queen pageant. Give it up for yourselves." And everyone's clapping. Beautiful. And he goes, "I would like to take this chance to let you know that I, your host, Tim Lusong, am not going to be alone this year. We have our judges for this year's pageant. Please welcome Matteo Danso." Matteo like comes on stage, does kind of like a little pose for the camera for the press, and then like walks off towards the other side of the stage. Regine Dula. Regine has now donned more of just kind of like what she likes to call a day look, but it's still very, very upscale. She's got like a high collar, just kind of, it's kind of like a peacock moment a little bit, like with her collar as she like struts across stage. Her entire gown is basically made of like peacock feathers, like going all the way down. And Armida Igkasan! And you guys see this kind of like mercurial looking sort of guy. He walks across. He's kind of like non-committal. If you were to imagine it in like our world sort of thing, he's like the Simon Cowell of the group. Very just like universally upset looking. And then Tim moves on and he goes, "And now it's time to meet this year's queens. Please make your way to the stage and line up as I call you. Give it up for Rita Delag from the island of Nisera Kana! And like, Rita gets up there. This is the first time that like some of you guys are seeing Rita, but like she is like just expensive looking.
Oh.
She looks like a brat also.
Nepo baby.
She's the Nepo baby, classic Nepo baby. Very like almost platinum blonde hair, straight, but like her skin is like a deep tan. So she's almost like this ethereal looking mestiza. Like she's like, it looks like she's like mixed, basically. Like very, like naturally beautiful, but like just by looking at like how pinched her face is, you're just kind of like, she might not be very nice. And then he goes, please welcome Candy Saklolo from the island of Talunan. This is a little 18-year-old halfling. Candy gets up there, like she's got kind of like auburn hair that's like very curly, very tight curls. As she gets up there, like you can tell she's not used to having so much attention on her, but she like tries her best to wear it well. But she is constantly like adjusting her posture. And then he goes, Desiree Danso from the island of Puthawanan. There she goes. Desiree gets up there. Gorgeous. Yes! And now we have Venus Dalasaya from the island of Timanduk. Venus makes her way up there. Also, both of you, go ahead and give me a congeniality roll, DC 10.
That is my worst one.
11.
Ooh. You passed.
It's good.
Okay.
How about you?
That's total of 4.
Ooh. Okay, so
She's up there, and then she.
There's like guests from the audience as when you trip, and also like the applause. Like everybody's kind of like, of course she's here again. Like she's been here a bunch of times. But
like,
whenever
yeah.
Venus gets up there, oh yeah, by the way, don't forget to take an adversity jump. When Venus is up there, everyone forgets about Desiree, because as soon as Venus walks up there, everyone's just kind of like, wow, gorgeous,
She's floating.
talented.
Like it's like she's floating.
Yeah,
down.
like there's like a little bit of like a wind moment catching
yeah.
like her hair.
And actually, somebody opens the door, and then like the
Beautiful.
wind kind of gusts through, and there's like a slight like
What did you get again?
11.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
she passed.
really congenial.
Yeah, she's just kind of like, hello, like it's just her hair is so shiny, so healthy.
She's a Pantene commercial.
She's a Pantene. It's giving Pantene commercial.
Miriam, who's like never really cared about her hair, is like, what shampoo does she use? It's actually crazy.
Why is my hair always up?
It's like fiddling with her ponytail. Oh. And then Tim goes, incredible. Next up is Susan Bassa from the island of, you guessed it folks, right here, Adlawadto. Susan Bassa is the one that's the human contender whose like face is like just like so aggressively symmetrical. And when she walks up there, she's like very much kind of like Bella from Twilight, where she's just like putting her hair behind her ears, like
She's not like other girls.
girls. And last but certainly not least, Angelina Tonto from the island of Kandaya.
Woo!
So Angelina,
that's my girl.
Angelina gets up there and like before she even gets on the steps, she does like a little prayer. Gets up the
I thought you were gonna
steps.
say she did a little Vogue.
She did a little Vogue. You know what?
Little-
Maybe the Catholic
she does a little
Church
Vogue.
has always been a little gay. So as you guys get on stage, you then hear Tim say, "Ladies and gentlemen, your Bituin Queen contestants for 1966." And as he says that, a minor pyrotechnic goes off, but on one side of the stage, it's a little too hot. And like it pops off, and one of the shrapnel from that little like pyrotechnic hits the top of one of the structures, and then like the boom of the actual pyrotechnic itself shakes the entire ring loose. So you just hear, and it like the rig starts to come down, and it barely misses Susan and Angelina, and they both dive down. For you two, I need you to give me a flexibility check, DC 10.
Flexibility. I think this is this one.
It's a 6.
Take an adversity. Okay. Do you
have enough
to pass?
Oh,
You can get 4.
actually,
Do it.
I'm gonna use all of them.
Don't
Do it!
Don't get squanched.
Don't get squanched.
Please don't
Yes.
get squanched.
Okay.
How about you?
If you can
I
avoid
got
it.
a 6.
Do you have any adversity gems you want to spend to get to 10?
Yeah.
Spend them.
How many did I?
4.
Oh, I don't have enough.
Oh no.
Sad. I only have 3.
Oh no! Beautiful Venus. You fully like take a tumble. You don't get hit by the rigging, but you like take a tumble on stage. Desiree, you have like your dancer instinct kicks in, and instead of like falling down, you basically do like a turn, like just kind of like a dancer's turn, and like just like flare out a little bit, and then like arms back down. Just like you make it look pretty cool. Like so, as it happens, the rigging is like kind of like loose on both sides now. But now instead of like being straight across, it's now kind of looks like an upside down cross, to which the very religious Angelina from your island just like sees that and goes, "Ah! Oh God! The devil himself has made himself known at the pageant. I quit! I'm not doing this!" And she runs off stage.
I turn to Alden and I'm like, these IMF weirdos. I swear to gods. I swear to the spirits. She has to come back, right?
She's just left the room. Like there was no stopping her. Her escort, even, who was her pastor, comes with her and like goes like runs off to like comfort her. And then Susan just like gets up, still like puts her hair behind her ear, and is just like, "I also wish to pull out from the competition. I don't want myself or my baby to come to any harm. She was pregnant, y'all!"
I just got goosebumps. I actually just got goosebumps.
And she leaves, and like then everything just kind of like explodes. Like everybody's just like, "Wait, no, there has to be 2 other contestants. There needs to be 6 contestants. You can't just like take 2 people out. There's no way that can happen. There's no way that ever happens." And then like everyone's like just like losing their minds till finally somebody stands up from like the back of the room and says, "I think I've heard enough." And Franco Helena himself steps forward and says, "Everybody, I just need you to calm down. Just take a second. Take a breath. Junie, Gani," and you see these like 2 half orcs that are like kind of lanky guys, like step up, but they rush up and they say in unison, "Yes, sir." And he goes, "Let's go ahead and get everybody here a nice brace and drink. How about a little bit of cucumber water for all of our guests here? Just go ahead and get the tanks, fill up some cups, and give them to them in the best crystal you can find." And then Junie and Gani say, "Yes, sir," and they like leave. Franco like basically saunters his way up towards the stage. And he's just kind of like, now, we all understand the way that the pageant goes. There must be 6 contestants. And I'm not here to refute that fact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to support that very tradition. I say we select volunteers from the islands of Adlawadto and Kandaya. Let's just go ahead and see. Are there any volunteers that would love to step up for their islands for the glory of this gorgeous pageant?" The problem with Franco's proposal is that the majority of the people in this room are men or women over the age of 31, which automatically disqualifies them from being able to compete.
Yeah, they're practically dead.
Practically dead. No use to the beauty
I'm
pageant
31.
world.
Just FYI.
Whoops! My queens that are not currently contestants, what do you do?
I think that Miriam doesn't even like comprehend it. I think she stands up and is like, "I'm standing."
Did she say that out loud?
Yes, like out loud goes, "And now I'm standing." Because I think in her head, she doesn't even think about it, but I think that she realizes that with Angelina leaving, her whole reason for being there is to follow along on Angelina's journey. And so if she doesn't do it, then she has no opportunity to investigate where Margie went. And now this is kind of like her inside this is even bigger than being able to follow them around, like being really on the inside of it. But like that goes through her brain lightning fast, and she doesn't even fully think it through before she's already standing like, I'm now here. I'll do it.
Roll an intuition check for me. DC 5.
Okay. Intuition. What's that one? D12?
Yeah, if you're on a D12 and it's DC 5, you're gonna have it.
I'm gonna have it.
Beautiful. Alden is fuming next to you, but he's keeping silent because you didn't consult him on it first.
When was the last time I consulted him on anything?
I love it. Janine,
All I better step off.
what do you do?
Can you remind me her friend's name again?
Liza.
Liza. Okay. So Liza pushes Janine, and she's like, because she was standing for the security check.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, yeah, fully. Liza just shoves you forward and goes, "Let's go, Janine!"
I'm like, what are you doing?
Said you wanted to have attention, you have it right now.
Not like this. Not like
And then Franco sees both of you and says, "Wonderful ladies, come on up to the stage for me, please, please. Make your way. Everyone, give it up for, what's your name again, darling?"
Miriam Omapoy. I'm press.
Miriam.
I'm a real journalist.
Omapoy, a
Yeah.
real journalist from the island of Kandaya.
Yeah, that one. This is great.
Incredible. And you, ma'am, I think I've seen you around here before. Remind us your name again.
And then Liza's like, Janine!
Yeah, like Liza from the back. Janine Gubatan, bitches.
And I look at her and I'm like, shut up.
Janine Gubatan, bitches, from the island of Adlawadto.
No, bitch.
Oh, no, but sorry. Apologies to the ladies in the audience. It's not bitches. It's just Janine Gubatan.
Last name is
Yeah, security. So, yeah.
Ah, what a lovely, noble profession. Everyone here, give me an intuition check and just tell me what you roll.
What's the DC?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, secret.
Secret.
4.
Ooh, that's a 6.
6. 5 plus 1, 6.
Oh no.
4 is highest I can go.
That's a 1.
6 is
Oh wait, did you explode?
7.
Yeah.
Roll again. See if you can get more. You got it.
Ooh,
1.
that's a 1.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. So that's 5. Each of you take an adversity gem.
Aw.
DC was quite high. It would have been really crazy if somebody got it. Franco just kind of like has you guys walk on the stage and like presents you guys again and says like, "Now, everyone, please welcome your Bituin Queen contestants of 1966. Give it up!" And everyone's like clapping. Everything's like right with the world. And then Tim comes up and is like, "Ha, we were off to a rowdy start, folks. So please, go home, enjoy your rooms. Contestants, if you would, stay behind a little bit and we'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about where you're gonna go." Press leaves, hotel staff leaves, so it's just...
Miriam starts to leave with the press and then realizes and it's
Yeah.
like, oh shoot,
Yeah,
oh god, okay,
Alden-
no, we're here.
Yeah, Alden like is like staying like in the room, and Liza kind of stays in the room, and then like Liza goes, "So do we go too?" And then Franco goes, "Well, now that we have our 2 new contestants, they also need to have their chaperones of sorts. So Liza, you're already security. You seem to know Janine. Go ahead and just stay with her. And you son, what's your name?" And he goes, "Alden. I am with the Leaf, and I am accompanying Miss Omapoy."
He's my photographer, because we're journalists, so I'm the journalist and he's the photographer, so.
And Franco's just kind of like, "Lovely."
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Alden, you do know that knowing that you are insider, there's certain pieces of information that you'll need to clear with me about asking the pageant questions, because we're at a very interesting impasse in the fact that you are a member of the press but also a chaperone. I understand, sir. I will do my very best to keep everything on the up and up before I release any information towards any publication. And I am sure that goes the same for our journalist, now contestant, Miriam.
You bet, Alden. I think this is great, and it's gonna be great, and I think that it's gonna be fine. So, quit looking at me like that.
You guys have like a little moment, and then Franco's just kind of like, wonderful, lovely to hear it. Now, for each of you contestants, there is a penthouse floor where each of you will be staying. Each of your suites have been designated with your island that you are from. Janine, you will be staying in Susan's old room, if I'm not mistaken, for Adlawadto suite. As for you, Miriam, you will be staying in Angelina's old room for Kandaya. Everybody else for your own islands. Just be able to find your room. You'll have a staff member on the floor at all times if you ever get lost or if you need an additional room key. But speaking of which, Junie, Gani, and then like both of those half-orc boys like rush in and they have like the hotel keys. They're literal keys because again, 1966. There's not a lot of electronics. So each of you are given like physical keys to your rooms as well as the duplicates going to your chaperones. Desiree, you guys notice, notably doesn't have a chaperone. And it, like, Franco, like, turns to her and he goes, like, Miss Desiree,
Hello, Franco.
you've been here plenty of times before. I don't think that you really need a chaperone, in my opinion. You are a grown woman, so there's no need for you to be constantly followed around. But if you do have any particular questions, or if you just need somebody, you can always pull Junie or Gani from the front desk. Or if you'd like, what's her name? Linda Amaral. She'll be the person that's on that floor with you, and she'll be happy to go ahead and escort you wherever you need to be escorted.
Is it the same room as last time?
Same room as last time.
Okay, thank
we
you
have
so
the
much.
sheets that you lack, darling.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Miss Venus. Yes,
Hi.
ma'am.
Does the chaperone stay in our room with us?
Yes, they do, sweetheart.
Okay.
But I believe that your mom has a very specific thing that she wanted for y'all's suite, where it is the 2 queen-size beds, as well as an extended bathroom salon. For she was saying there was a lot of different products and things that she likes to. Miss Donita. Hi, how's it going? And she was like, oh, Franco, thank you so much for having us. It's such a lovely time to be here. Yes, but thank you. That bathroom suite would be extremely important for Venus and I's stay here. And he goes like, wonderful. You got it, Miss Donita.
Sorry, I have a question. So was Angelina really gonna share a room with her pastor?
Good question.
That was what was suggested, but every room comes with a pull-out couch from in the living area, so I'm sure that the bed that they had in there, somebody would sleep in the main room and somebody would have slept in the living room, and it's not my place to judge what people do with their rooms, but yeah, they requested 1 bed and then extra sheets, so I assume that he was going to sleep on the couch.
Well, Alden, you get comfortable on that pull-out couch, bud.
And then Alden's just kind of like, yeah, could never catch me dead on the... Let's go see the room. And
Great.
Before you guys leave, like, Franco just goes, is there any other additional questions or inquiries? Yes, Miss Janine.
I'm quite tall.
Yes.
Does your bed, is it capable of me in the bed? Like,
I'm sure we can go ahead and find a substitute if it's not to your liking. I do remember that, Susan, such equal proportions on everything. We'll arrange to have get you a wider bed perhaps, so that you can lay maybe not front to back but diagonal. Liza's just kind of like, we'll be seeing you guys later. Let's go ahead and head up to the penthouse suite.
you're not gonna fit in the bed.
I wasn't gonna sleep in the room. I gotta patrol things anyway. So it'll probably just be you in the room mostly.
Want me to come with you?
You gotta see what it's like on the inside of those rooms. They look sick.
Please.
So you guys all depart. You get into the lift that takes you to the penthouse floor. And as you guys get there, I did say lift. I'm not British, but I like the word lift. But yeah, you think
It's
it's like
appropriate
a
for 1966
You
for
know
some
what I'm
reason.
saying? Yeah, like it's just kind of like your standard kind of like you gotta like tug the door closed with the little folding bars and like it obviously takes a couple trips, but all of you like get up there and you get to your rooms. We're gonna play something a little silly. Can I get everybody to take their D20? And this will kind of be like an initiative roll, but not really. So just roll a D20 for me.
That's a nat one.
Nice.
Woo.
4. Which one?
10.
10.
19.
19. 19. We go to see Janine's room first. As you get in there, as was expected, the bed is not big enough. And like you're there, so you're still like in your work uniform, right? Liza gets in there and she's like, "Holy crap! Look at this place! You got little mints on your bed, dude! Look at these mints! Can I have one?"
You can have them all.
Incredible. She like takes it, doesn't even bother unwrapping the mints, pops them in her mouth, and then just kind of like sucking on it, and then she goes, and like she like coughs up like the wrappers, and then she's kind of like,
they
I'm
empty?
really like it's the mints are gone.
That's talent.
Yeah. She takes each of the wrappers out, and like they just like crinkle a little bit in her hand. She's like, and she goes, "I know I'm not really classing up the place, but like this is sick."
Yeah, you needed those mints.
You know, I really shouldn't have had all of that garlic at lunch, but I can't say no to a good pancit covered in garlic.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You know. You
But
guys
maybe
hear
brush your teeth.
on the door. Ken runs in, your godfather, and he goes, "Okay, well, that was a surprise. Who said that you could compete, huh? Did you think that was a good idea?"
Points to Liza.
Liza's kind of like, "What's up, Tito Ken? It's all good." Besides, like, it's not like she's like gonna like win everything, right? Like, it couldn't hurt to have her compete just to like walk around. And let's face it, nobody on our staff ever gets to do anything like this. You gotta admit it's pretty cool.
I mean, thanks for having faith in me for not winning everything, but
Anak, come over here.
why?
Like, he goes to the bedroom and like closes the door, and he looks at you. He goes like, "Nin, I just need to know. Are you sure about this?"
I mean, I think it's time for me to support myself instead of stop like supporting everyone else.
How are we gonna possibly? We have to fit in your lessons enough to be able to be a client services expert. You can't be doing that and compete at the same time.
I'm tired of serving everyone else but me.
You sound just like your mother.
What? Can you run that back?
Samantha was a lot like you, huh? She was adventurous. She was always wanting to be in the spotlight. I am afraid these people in this world, they're not like us. They're not going to be looking out for you or trying to give the best to you, huh? They're going to be trying to take you down. And I don't want to see that happen to you.
I'm tired of being in a bubble. Ken, I'm tired of you just protecting me. What if I just want to take chances? Take a chance on me, Ken. Let me be what I want to be. Let me shine for once.
I will do what I've always done and support you in the best way I can. But please, Anna, be careful.
I know. You know me. I can throw a punch if I need to. But
It's not the kind of care I was talking about. He exits the room like really swiftly. Ken is basically like the go-to guy for like kind of an extension of the concierge. So he's got like a lot of different places and all the other contestants to check in on. So he like leaves pretty quickly. Liza's like kind of like in the living room, chewing on like another mint that she found. She
really?
goes,
Another one? Right now. Another one.
"I had 2 plates at lunch. I just wasn't sure if it was going to take."
I'm scared. I'm really scared, and I don't know why you pushed me out there, but I appreciate it.
Come on, girl, of course I would. Anytime and every time. You said that you wanted to be out there, and now you are, and finally, one of us gets to be on that stage.
I wish you could be there with me.
I don't. This shit is crazy. You're gonna be like a target on your back with all those other bitchy queens. I don't know about that other short girl that's like the other volunteer, but like all those other girls, you have seen it before, Janine. Some of these girls are ruthless, so in which case, I'm gonna be the best bodyguard you've ever had. In fact, I'm gonna be outside your door right now.
I don't think that's necessary.
It's super necessary, trust me. And she like exits like chest up, kind of like just exits the room and like is presumably standing guard outside of your room.
Can I open my door?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome, babe. We cut over to Desiree's room. As soon as like you like enter, you see like this little earth elemental. It's known as a kalanget in Sinauna, and she's like mostly wrinkles. Most of her like everything is just kind of like a wrinkled old dumpling of a lady, and she's just kind of like sitting there with her hands.
Looks like lava rock.
Yeah, like she just like sits there and she just goes like, "Oh, hello, how are you, Desiree?" She like comes over, like she like motions for you to come over.
I like walk over and I bless.
Beautiful. She's like, "Oh, look at you." She like kisses both your cheeks. She's so dry. She's an earth elemental. It was mostly like clay. But like she's like it's only like a little dusty, but she's not getting mud anywhere. It's just like she just has like natural dust falling off her, and she was like, "Oh, you're so gorgeous. Look at you." Competing again, huh?
Yes, I mean I have to. There's only a few ways off of the island to get my family out.
I understand. You know, I remember when your friend Alexi May was so good. She was so good, but you're better.
No, I don't know. She was the best, so.
She was young. You know what those young people like to do. They like to bend their knees. And you and I don't bend our knees.
I try still.
Well, you should maybe. I don't do that as much anymore. So she like scoots off the bed a little bit and she goes like, "I just wanted to be here to greet you and show you your room. Oh, there is more water in the living room. You have a dance rehearsal space, like a nice little wooden platform. Oh, the patio this time that they gave you. Gorgeous view of the water. Do you need anything? I'm not gonna get you anything.
I think. Do you have any tea?
I can make some incredible tea." She like walks over to the little kitchenette, starts like a little kettle. She turns back to you and she goes, "So, what are you going to be doing this year for the talent? Is it still dance or what kind of dance are you doing?"
I did Tinikling last time. I think this time I might do Sinkil.
Show me. Talent! Please, talent! To no one. It's just you. In her living room.
So she like starts and then she starts doing like like and it's just like this like I don't know how many it's the 60s, so yeah. It's like an ancient dance, but like do they have mystical Muslim Islam? I don't know.
Sure, why not?
Sure, I don't know. Not Catholic. It's not the one God dance.
Beautiful. She watches you and she's like clapping along and like as she
Like
claps,
super straight lines and just very like
beautiful. As she claps like and is just kind of like cheering you on, like little bits of like kind of like earth magic are like appearing out of her hands, enchants like some flowers to like pop up next to your horns, and she's just kind of like making you like very beautiful. And as you finish your dance, she just goes like, "Galing! So gorgeous! You're going to win this year. I know it. It's not a question. I'd be crazy if you didn't win this year, huh?"
you know, it's my last shot, so I'm gonna give it my best effort.
And it's going to be the best effort. Yes! Well, I'm sorry, I have to go get some new sheets. Well, really, I'll probably get Junie and Gani to get new sheets because, you know, I'm dusty. Why did they make me the housekeeper? I'll never know. But I love you very much.
Thank you.
And I'll see you later, okay?
Thank you so much. You've always been here for me whenever I'm here.
Anytime, anak. Also, I put some pandesal out in the kitchen table. Make sure you eat that, okay?
Thank you.
And I want you to eat a lot, okay? Don't go into every pageant night starving. Like some of those other pageant girls, they're starving themselves. Stupid. But anyways, I'll see you later, huh?
Thank you.
Oh, don't wait up for me, you crazy queen. I'll be running around the hotel a lot, as you know, so.
Is there, do they have phones in the...
Yep.
They have phones, right?
Yep. So Linda leaves. So what do you do?
Okay. First thing she does is she calls home.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
She like calls.
You hear on the other line, "Good." To connect your call to the island of,
Agusan.
please enter 2 tokens. There's like a tiny little payphone slot where you can just kind of like put in like little quarters.
I have no idea how much money I have.
Great. Let's just say you're able to make the call.
Okay, good.
Because you've been here before a lot of times, so you know how much money it takes to make a call
Right,
from
right.
the island. Yeah.
Yeah. So I call.
Yeah. Your youngest sibling picks up. Hello?
Hey, Daryl.
How are you, Desiree? Everyone is Desiree!
And then
You,
it's
hear,
just
like-
voices. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
it's 13 voices.
They're all asking questions all at the same time. How did it go? How was the flight? How did you do the boat ride? How are you gonna go there? Are you gonna?
It
what's
was
going on?
good. It was good. I'm just calling to check in on you. How's everything going?
Everything's great. Everything's cool at the salon. We've got a lot of customers waiting because a lot of them wanted to see you, but we had to remind them that you are competing again.
Yes. Okay. So remember, Miss Hattie loves her hair in curls. If she takes an appointment for you guys, you have to stay. And like she starts micromanaging over the phone.
Great.
Because she does not believe that any of her siblings can do the job that she does.
This goes on for a while.
And she's like, and then she's like, but I just want to know that I'm gonna do my best. This is all for you guys. I want you to just be safe and take care of each other.
You be safe and you take care of business. Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you, 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 love you. And then like the call ends. For Venus and Donita, like we get over to your hotel room as you're like entering it. It's like pristine in this room. It's like just like kind of blush colored walls, a lot of just kind of organza fabric that's like been draped all around it. It looks way, way fancier than it needs to be. And you know for a fact it's because your mom asked for this. And so she like walks in, she was like, oh, it's just as I imagined it. Look at that view. And like she like goes over to the patio and she like comes and says, come darling, come, you have to see the water. It's almost just like home.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, Mom. I mean, thanks for doing all of this, but I'm barely gonna be in the room. We have all these activities for the entire pageant.
I know, darling, but you have to give yourself some of these little pleasures while we're here at this resort. And you hear she goes, oh, just one moment. And then she opens the door. She goes, right this way, gentlemen. Go ahead and put it over there in that ensuite. And it's just cart after cart after cart of some of it's like your luggage. Like you packed like a bag. It's just a 5-day thing, right? Your mom has hat boxes. She has makeup. She has like different devices to style her hair differently on other days. Just bags and bags of products, basically. And she just has them all set up in the ensuite. And she like looks back at you and she's just kind of like, okay, darling, shall we go ahead and get ready for this evening?
Were those all on the ship with us?
Yes, of course they were.
Mom, how much did this all cost?
Don't worry, a pretty little head on that. Credit is there for a reason. Buying things on credit is so nice. Whenever they first came up with that, I have to thank the person who came up with that because that is incredible.
I don't know if that's how it works.
It doesn't matter how it works, darling. What matters is it's here. So, first, what we have to do is to make sure that we go ahead and keep your hair this color. I don't want the humidity or anything to affect the dye job. So let's go ahead and get in the bathroom, pluck those eyebrows, shave that lip, try to get some things nice and prepped before we go to the arena.
Okay, can I at least bring my book to read while you do all of that?
Your books. Oh, your books. We didn't have room to pack. But I bet the concierge has some recommendations. So I will go take care of that. I'm sorry, darling.
You know, actually, I think I can go downstairs.
No, I
and get
need
the
you to
book.
stay here. I need you to stay here. Please stay here.
There's, like,
Look after the room.
I kind of want to choose which one to read. Like, you don't really know what I want. So.
Just tell me the titles, darling, and I'll go get them.
Well, I don't know what they have.
They'll have everything. It's the Pangasi Hotel, darling. They have everything on the shelves.
It's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do
No,
it.
my love. I need you to stay in the room, okay? I need you to stay here because I don't want any of those other people out there to get their hands on you or to look at you. You saw in that conference room, there's a lot of men that are here that are very, very anxious to get to know you. And I don't want that to happen, okay?
Okay.
So please, just stay here. And you know what? I'll get you some extra bits and paper. Just some of the authors I know that you like. I think I can remember some of those books. So I'll go down to the concierge and I'll just ask for them to pull it for you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, my love. What would I do without you? My darling Venus. She turns and leaves the room. Then we cut over to Miriam and Alden as you guys get in the room.
I don't want to get too far in the room. I literally, we walk in and I immediately turn to him after the door is shut and I go, I need 2 minutes before you start yelling at me, okay? Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to start now, okay? I know you think this is bad. This is actually very good. And I'm going to tell you why it's good. Angelina was gone. There would be no reason for us to stay here. They wouldn't let us stay. Why would we be writing for a local paper about someone? That's our whole thing, is that we're following along on Angelina's journey. If she left, we wouldn't be able to stay. And also, this is an incredible opportunity. This isn't just what they allow the press to see and do. We have an absolute no bars inside scoop to what is happening behind the scenes. We are closer to Franco. This is the information we need. And I promise I will be careful, and I'm also kind of not thinking about all the shit I have to do, but I think we can pull this off. Okay, you can yell now.
I was going to.
But I have
But
a good
admittedly,
point,
you
right?
have a lot of
Yeah,
good
okay,
points.
I do have a lot of good points, huh?
You are absolutely right in the fact that there's no way we would have been able to stay here. And
I don't like this, by the way. I didn't do this on purpose. We had an opportunity and I had to take it. And also, yes, Margie was put in a dangerous situation, but also she won. There's no way I'm gonna win. We're gathering information and maybe I can get close to the other girls and see what happens and what they find out, and whoever wins, we can.
And maybe you can actually learn how to be a pageant queen from them, because Miriam, no offense, I don't know if all the stuff you have up here is gonna apply to this.
Sorry, do you think my sneakers aren't pageant ready? And I do a little twirl. I'm trying to lighten the mood.
As soon as you do that, he just kind of shakes his head and he holds it. He's like,
You don't think I can balance a book on my head?
We're so
Yeah, we're really
okay. Okay. All right.
Well, there's honestly no getting out of this now. So I know so much. I study and I learn, and that's kind of my whole thing. How hard could this be? It's a beauty pageant. How much effort do I have to put into it? It's the most vapid and shallow thing anyone could ever do. It's gonna be easy.
It's just back and forth between these two for a second.
Mm-hmm.
But then Alden like looks down and he goes, "What the hell's that?" Do a scholastic check for me, DC 2.
I mean, it's a D20 for my scholastic, so
Great.
I'm not even gonna risk it with the way I've been rolling.
There's rose petals that are like from the doorway leading into the bedroom, and like you two, like Alden and Miriam, look just like,
I'm gonna freak
Dude.
out. I'm gonna freak out.
They were
Fucking-
That's crazy.
I am so the amount of times I've been kicked out of IMF for speaking the truth and being a little bit critical of some bullshit.
Yeah.
And now the pastor's fucking Angelina.
That's great. We gotta write about this before we go home.
Oh yeah. And maybe we shouldn't send it up to Franco first. I mean, as wonderful as that whole agreement was,
I know.
hilarious.
Just having to kiss ass was like not my favorite
God.
thing to do, but I didn't want him to immediately catch on to what was happening.
I mean, now I know why you wanted me to trail him from at least 15 feet away, because that dude was wearing so much cologne.
So much.
That was
dude.
disgusting.
He smelled like ambergris.
Yeah.
Like they took it right off the whale.
And just slathered him
Slathered
down.
him in it. It was crazy.
Yeah, this has been a crazy day, huh?
Yeah. Do you want to see what shape the rose petals are on the bed?
Yeah, let's
So
go.
you guys are like run to the bedroom. It's not subtle. It looks like the shape of the rose petals on the bed.
Nasty.
So like he like all of him goes, "Oh shit!" and like he's
He
like
probably
taking pictures.
calls it her lady garden.
Oh yeah, her unfettered petals.
Stop!
Yeah,
Ew, I'm
dude,
gonna barf.
It's awful.
Yeah, get some good pictures of that, and then I'm immediately like taking it off the bed.
Incredible. He snaps some photos. There's like a and then you see like little Linda like come up to the door and she's like, "Hello." She's like,
I'm like, this is a very new experience for me looking down on someone. Hi.
"Hello. I'm just here to get Alden. Come here. Come here." Alden goes over, does a quick little bless, and she goes like, "Oh yes, anak. You want to bless?"
Yes. Yeah.
Very, very shell-shocked at the fact that there's a woman that's shorter than you. That
Yeah,
you've never
and
met.
it's also just like dirt everywhere.
Dirt
I'm like,
everywhere.
this is crazy. This is how rich people live? This is crazy.
Not the rich people, just me.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I have to take Mr. Alden here downstairs. They have to debrief all of the
Handlers?
escorts. That's a funny way of put. I like you. You're funny.
I like you too.
That's so. You're going to do good. Not the best, but you'll do good.
Linda, you're not wrong.
She takes Alden and like tugs on him to go, and he goes, "I'll see you
Just
later."
Go. 9 o'clock, remember.
9 o'clock.
I remembered.
Door closes. You're each in your suites by yourselves. You're like taking some time to be just kind of like just sitting in this room, taking in the sight, like relaxing a little bit when you guys separately here in the same order, a very rhythmic knock on your door. And then a note is like slipped underneath each of your doors, and each note says the same thing. Nothing is by accident, not even the stage. Meet your destiny where all overnight secrets are made clean and renewal is underway. Come alone. Can each of you give me a scholastic check? DC 10.
I'm not gonna risk it. I have a D4.
Hey, try your best.
Scholastic check.
Yes, ma'am?
DC 10, you said?
I'm not using that dice anymore, actually. I'm gonna try this.
Ooh, that's a 12. Ooh, nice.
That is a 6.
Okay.
What?
Oh, damn. So wait, you just got a 1? Okay, you do not solve this riddle. You solve the riddle right away. Just you as Charlotte, do you want to take a guess as to where it's asking you to meet?
Okay, wait, it's meet your destiny where all overnight secrets are made clean and renewal is underway. Is it the laundry room?
Got it for one. So,
Smartest woman alive!
you go out. You're about to make your way to the laundry room. What was the roll that you had?
I had a 6.
6, and Ashley, you got what?
6.
Oh, so you guys tied. You guys both get out in the hallway at the same time, and you see Miriam.
Hey!
What's up?
Queens!
Hi.
What's up?
Where are you going?
Taking a walk, taking a little stroll, kind of a crazy day. I was press, so this is kind of, I'm just kind of looking around. So yeah, I'm just taking a walk.
Did you get a note?
Oh, you guys got one too?
Did you get you got a
Yeah.
note? What did yours say?
And then I read it. And
Okay,
then-
so wait,
you
did you
hear
get
this
that?
inside your room.
I'm like curious, so I open the toy.
Okay.
And also because I'm like, what is this? Like,
You
what,
guys fully see her because she's 7 feet tall.
Oh my god. Hi.
And I bow to them because I'm just, I don't know how to, I don't really wave.
Did you get, okay, so you got the same note?
Curtsies.
Yeah.
You guys got a note too?
You got a note? What
Is
note
it the same note? And then we like compare.
Read
Yeah.
yours.
So I'm thinking it's the laundry room, because it's like a riddle, right?
Yeah,
That
makes
makes so
sense.
much sense.
I know the laundry room's closed right now. That's under renovation, right?
Well, yeah, but that, I mean, if we're meeting someone, then that would be a great place to meet, right?
Doesn't it say come alone though? What does that mean? Like, what if we get in trouble for?
Maybe they mean without our chaperones.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think, well, because each of us got the note, so I think the implication is that all of us come alone, but if we come together, that's fine, because we're all coming alone together.
Okay.
Right?
I think
But
so.
you guys
Do
aren't
you
curious?
do you know where the laundry room is?
I mean, I do, but aren't you guys curious on who sent us this note?
You
We'll
notice
find
on the
out.
bottom of each of your notes, there is like a red feather that's been drawn in like red ink.
Oh.
And you remember from when you first walked in, there was
The red dress.
a red dress that was leaving.
Red dress.
Red dress.
Yeah.
Well, I think if we go, we'll probably find out who sent it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got you guys. If anything happens, I'm security. I can just run.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's great for us.
I mean, just stand behind me just in case.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go. Where
Let's
is the
do it.
laundry room?
It's this way.
Okay.
So you guys make your way to the laundry room. You guys are like doing this like kind of discreetly, right? Like
Yeah.
you're just kind of like sneaking a little bit. Cool. So
Kind of hard for me to be discreet though, because I'm
Yeah,
perfectly
for
tall.
sure, for
So I'm like
sure.
trying to shrink myself.
I like it. I like it a lot. You just see a 7-foot goddess hunched as she's like making her way with the rest of you shorties. You guys get to the laundry room, and as soon as you kind of like get past some of the like kind of warning signs, just like hey, construction underway, pull back like some of the plastic, you find yourselves in the laundry room. It's a regular laundry room, like it's just got like tiles, there's like machines, like washers and dryers that are stacked up on top of each other, and as is like typical for a hotel, there's like a lot of them, right? And like it almost seems like it fills up the entire room where it's just kind of like on this wall, washer dryer, this wall, washer dryer, this wall, washer dryer, but it's empty.
Hello.
Can I try to knock on the wall in kind of the same pattern
Sure.
that they did the note in?
Give me,
Or when they left us the note?
Give me a a scholastic check to remember the rhythm of the rap.
Do I have a DC?
Yes, let's just do, you're pretty smart, so let's do DC 10.
If I have a D20 in Scholastic, can I have it?
Yeah, you have it.
Hell yeah.
So you do the knock. Nothing happens.
She comes out of the washing machine.
For everybody else here, go ahead and make me an intuition check, DC 5.
I take half.
Beautiful. You spy a red feather that is attached to one of the door handles that's like kind of hidden in the left corner.
Oh. I go to it.
Okay. Do you try to open the door?
Hey, look at this. It matches the note. And then
Give me a Fitness check, DC 5.
Oh, okay. I could have taken half on that. Ah, that's a one. Should I take half on that?
Do you want to just take half?
Can I? Yeah.
I'll let you take half.
I was like,
We're all learning.
So you have it, you pull on the handle, it actually gives, and it swings both the top machine and the bottom machine open like a giant door.
ooh.
So
I didn't
then,
know more like that.
the entire
It's
machine
like that.
pulls
It's
away.
like that one show, Doobie Scoo.
Doobie Scoo! Coming this
I love
Saturday.
that show.
I love that show. The door swings open, and it's a small, dimly lit room with a table and chairs inside. And you see, standing in it, in a red cloak, she turns around. This is Gloria Kalangitan, the Bituin Queen from 24 years ago.
Oh snap!
She has a nasty burn scar running up the side of her face from her neck. As she turns, she looks at each of you and says, "My queens, I need your help." And that's where we're going to end episode 1.
Wow!
Tune in next time to see and know more about Gloria Kalangitan. Her 42 years are prominent with her slate gray, chopped pixie cut, and one milky eye from a burn scar running up from her neck along the side of her face into her hairline.
She's beautiful. Nobody would do that to her face on purpose. I'm so sorry.
You're saying that you think that the organizers of this pageant have ill will towards past winners. Do you know Margie Omopoi, my sister?
My island is depending on me for this pageant.
I know that you're competing. I didn't come here to compete, and I don't understand the weight of it all. You could both be in serious danger.
Oh, wonderful, you're all here! I will be getting you guys ready for this round of the competition. How's everybody feeling? Ladies, are you ready? Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of a manic energy from you, but let's try.
Her head is high, her shoulders are dropped, she's like poised, she's a fashion model.
I like wave because I don't know what I'm doing. My one hand is just like super awkward.
Strut, strut, strut. Turn, takes off this skirt, and pose.
Hey!
Pose.
She's fully like,
Pose. Pose.